everyone, Screaming Geek Me here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to talk about the 4K of the Fall Guy. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, even DVDs, please check out my other videos on my channel because I do these reviews, I do unboxings, collection updates, I do different discussions. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and always feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think. So let's get into talking about the Fall Guy on 4K. A movie came out just this year in 2024, PG-13. You got Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or Taylor Johnson, I should say. Taylor, always get those screwed up. Directed by David Leitch. Now, this is based on the TV show. The TV show had Lee Majors in it. He was a stunt guy, and he also moonlighted as a bounty hunter. So they kind of took a little bit of that, the stunt part of it. So Ryan Gosling plays, the Colt Seavers character. He's a stunt man, but he doesn't do any of the bounty hunting thing. But he has an accident, and all of a sudden, he breaks his back, and he kind of gets away, quits doing the stunt work. And about a year and a half later, he gets talked back into coming back into doing some stunt work to try to rekindle something with one of the girls he really liked. But after he comes back and something happens, he ends up getting framed for a murder and goes through trying to figure all that out. So when this came out, I know when it came out to the theater, I didn't see it at the theater. It was a movie I really didn't want to see because, I grew up with the TV show. I freaking loved it. And I just thought, going from a TV show to try to make a movie out of it, I just had no interest in seeing it. But after it finally got released on Blu-ray and 4K, everyone was raving about it, talking about how great it was. And I was like, well, I try to, keep an open mind. And I, got it on sale, picked up the 4K here. And I was really disappointed with this. This is definitely very overrated in my opinion. If I had been watching this by myself, I most likely would not have finished it. I'm known for if a movie sucks in the beginning, I shut it off. But I was watching it with my wife, so I stuck it out, watched the entire thing. I'd say the last third of it was actually good. It was enjoyable. But the first 2/3 just sucked. It was dry, boring. There was nothing going on in my opinion. It just didn't keep my attention. I was just trying to stay awake. He was like, I'm wanting to shut off, but my wife is sitting over there. So, okay, let's just keep watching it. But yeah, this just didn't work for me. And, I'm not a professional critic. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and try telling you what worked and what didn't work, how things could have been improved. I'm not that type of person. I'm a fan. I'm just going to say it didn't work for me. I can't tell you what I didn't like. It just didn't work. Had some good moments. The unicorn moments, I'm not going to tell you much. I'm just going to say the unicorn moments were kind of funny. Then right at the end, as the credits were starting, I was like, you know what? It would have been cool to see Lee Majors. This was based on his TV show, so why ain't we seeing him? All of a sudden, a little credits, clip came up, and it's like, there he was, him and Heather Thomas from the show. So that was cool. Here it was, I was thinking about it, and bam, they popped in for a little cameo. There was some nice little nods to some of the different TV shows, the Miami Vice. I know they played some of the music. And plus there was a clip from some of the bionic sound effects from $6 Million Man, which had Lee Majors. It was, that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of cool. They threw that in there. So there were good aspects for it, but, I won't watch this again. Another cool thing about the movie was, because it was about, stuntman, it actually gave you a behind the look. You got to see how some stunts were being done. So it's kind of cool to see like bonus features within a movie. I think that was one cool aspect of the story here, getting to see how, movies are made. That was pretty neat. So this 4K comes from Universal, came out back in July. The movie was filmed, it was a mixture, some 35 millimeters and some digital. I'm not sure about how much as far as percentages, how much of each was done. I just know it was a mixture, finished with HDR10 and Dolby Vision. That being said, this was impeccable. I mean, the visual quality was incredible. It looked very good. Some great details, the facial hairs, the grit and grime, colors really popped. The one particular scenes that had some psychedelic stuff going on was pretty cool. Those colors really was very vivid. So yeah, this looked pretty damn good. As far as a Blu-ray comparison, again, I didn't have the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray here just looked pretty, because of the being a newer movie, there's no differences between a Blu-ray and a 4K. Now for the audio, they gave us a Dolby Atmos track here. Pretty impressive audio track here. Nice, well-balanced, this channel separation, use of surround. It's nice low-end bass at times, the explosions. Clear dialogue, but I don't know, there was something about the dialogue that it was there. Again, it was clear, but the pitch of it, the sound, it just felt off. I couldn't put my finger on it, but just something felt off with the dialogue. I don't know what it was. It didn't sound right. It just could be me. Maybe maybe I was expecting something different. I don't know. Maybe I'm full of shit. Again, I don't know. But yeah, I just felt a little off. But it was there. You could hear everything going on. So for the packaging, we got a slip cover here. And we all know what I think of slip covers. See you later. Standard keep case. And open this up. I'll give you the digital code here in a minute. Now, something cool they did here, a lot of studios don't do this, is they got 3 discs here. We've got 2 4Ks, the actual theatrical cut on 4K, and the extended cut on 4K. And you can see I got different artwork on those, and then the standard theatrical on a Blu-ray. So a lot of times they might give us 2 versions of the film, but only one version will be on 4K. So it's nice that you actually get both versions on a 4K here. So for the digital code here, you can pause the screen, jot down a number if you want to check that out, see if you want to buy this or not. I would recommend watching this and actually to see if you want to buy this or not. Like I said, everyone else talked about how great this was. It didn't cut it with me, so I would have loved to have the digital code and watched it first. Or hell, I probably could have watched it on Peacock, but it was cheap, so I was like, what the hell? It wasn't that big of a deal. Now, as far as bonus features here, we have over an hour worth of stuff. We have a gag reel, which is always my favorite. I love gag reels, seeing the different outtakes and stuff like that. Showing how these, big action stars they're human too. They all make mistakes. We got alternate takes, stunts on stunts. So that's some pretty cool stuff here. So to wrap it up, a very solid release here as far as the presentation goes and the audio. Both are incredible. This is a very worthy 4K to have. But being a newer movie, do you need a 4K or do you want to get the Blu-ray? I leave that up to you as far as, cost-wise. But in my opinion, this movie was way overhyped, and I went into it with an open mind, but it just still did not work for me. Right now, Amazon has the 4K price at $24.61. Grub is $22.94. I did get mine through Grub, but I paid like $11 or $12 for it when they had a sale recently. If I'd paid, over $20 for it, I probably would have been a little bit more pissed. So I'm glad I didn't spend too much on it because, again, I'll never watch this again. I'll probably be trading this one in. So that pretty much does it for my look at the 4K of The Fall Guy. Please comment below. Let me know what you thought of the movie. I mean, if you've seen it, if you liked it. I mean, I'm not going to bash you for it. I mean, we all have different opinions. I respect that. I did not like it. I'm sorry to say, I'm just one of those people. It just sucked in my opinion. So please check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.